Well, I'm standing on the site, probably, of the first mass house built in Newry. And it would have been on the outside of the town, on the outskirts of the town, probably built in 1730. At that time, Bishop Anthony Garvey, who had succeeded Bishop Patrick Donnelly, was the bishop, and he lived in Mayo Bridge, but he was the Bishop of Dromore. Something that casts light upon the building of this church during penal times happened in Galway. In 1731, the Augustines and the Dominicans were in Galway when they shouldn't have been, and they were raided occasionally but never found. And the reason they were never found was that they were giving good wine to the Mayor of Galway, who was supposed to be hunting them. And the lesson there is that in towns where there was a Catholic majority, then the penal laws were probably not fully applied. And this seems to have been the case here in Newry with the building of this mass house in 1730. Obviously, since it was a clandestine mass house, and it would have been small, and it probably would have been built of rubbled granite. I think it was laid down that if a mass house was to be built, it was to be built in materials that would not last. And obviously, since this one was replaced in 1790, it didn't last that long. This is the vault of Bishop Anthony Garvey. Now, although he lived in Mayo Bridge, he's buried here in Newry, near his old church, which, as we've indicated, was built in 1730. But this speaks of wealth, and this speaks of not hiding. And he's very proudly proclaiming that he was a bishop. Therefore, we can surmise that the penal laws were no longer being rigidly applied. One reason for this is that although Catholicism was frowned upon and Catholicism did not have equal rights, there was no law forbidding Catholics to be involved in trade. And in Newry, particularly in Catholic towns, particularly a port town like Newry, then many Catholics did acquire wealth, and the bishop would probably reflect that wealth, as is indicated in this vault.